you again, find someone new. Maybe, but you know I never go. I choke you down just like a pill. Feeling her on your skin.
make it bang, blood.
It's what I did on the fairy that took myself away. If it's true, you don't know me, rich destiny. It's only race to me. I'm a millionaire, I can see the night, yeah. Can't imagine how it ever would have made it. I'm a millionaire, I can see the night, yeah. See the night, yeah. I can see the night, say I'm a millionaire, I can see the night, yeah. Can't imagine how it ever would have made it. I'm a millionaire, I can see the night, yeah. See the night, yeah. I can see the night, say yeah, say
I just assumed I'd play the part of keeping you in the right direction. No matter how your confidence may fall, I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
pussy do the rap. So nice to myself. I'm so nice to myself. So nice to myself. I'm so nice to myself. I'm so nice to myself. So nice to myself. I'm so nice to myself. I'm so nice to myself. So nice to myself. I'm so nice.
In the bedroom, know that feeling her on your skin. Think I don't know where your head's at. Where do I begin? Wrapping your fingers around her.
We are live.
Hey everybody! Hey
guys.
everybody, and welcome back to the next week in DeFi Legends. We are really excited to kick this off again. With me, I have Matthew. You may know him in the Cryptonovae community as Spectro. He is the founder and current CEO of Cryptonovae. So welcome, Matthew. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hey, Euclid. Nice to be here.
So I guess we'll kickstart with the first question. Tell me all about Cryptonovae.
Well, everything. How much time do we have?
Let's do a quick 60-second elevator pitch.
All right. Just kidding. Well, Cryptonovae by the project is an all-in-one trading ecosystem which helps you to manage your digital assets across multiple exchanges. They can be centralized or decentralized, and it comes as a desktop app which is available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. And I like to say that it offers the modularity that crypto traders seek, such as multi-screens and automated trading management, and actually so much more. It's a huge ecosystem.
Brilliant. Okay, so what are the main problems that currently exist, and how are Cryptonovae solving them?
Well, I'd say user friendliness. It's still complicated to join the crypto world. We've been fighting and building a system which is really user friendly, that people will not feel aggressed when they try to set it up. The idea is to, the question was how to make crypto traders happier and how to finally bridge between traditional finance and crypto trading, because most traditional finance traders have not yet joined crypto trading massively. And that's what we want to achieve.
Brilliant. That sounds amazing. So as many of your community knows, or many people who are actually just interested in Cryptonovae, one of the things that a few people are questioning is when will Mac users be able to try out the platform? Because I myself, I'm a Windows user. I love it. Can never go to the other side, the dark side. But for the Mac users that are on the dark side, when will they be able to try out your platform?
I'd say in about 10 days, finalizing last details for the Mac build. It's ready, it's functional, but lots of testing happening. About 10 days, not even 10 days, it will be ready to download, and the community will be actually the first to put their hands on the Mac release.
Wow, now that is exciting. I was not expecting 10 days. So for all Mac users out there, get excited. I might have to buy a Mac just to try it out. So
You should.
we are still we are still in the community release from what I've seen. So when will the full public release come out?
Well, really, not so far after. So we had the community release 3 weeks ago. It went pretty well. We are ironing out the very last details. Sorry, I'm French, by the way.
I can never
so
tell.
we are just. Oh yeah, of course. So yeah, just ironing out the very last details for massive public release, and that's super exciting. We are almost there.
Nice. That's great to hear. It's the thing with, especially in the crypto community, but for great tech, it always takes time. There's always delays. We've always experienced. It's great never to rush and do things the right way. So, what is your favorite feature of the platform so far?
For me, the one I'm having a lot of fun with every day, because since the community release happened, I'm using the platform for actual trading. And super exciting part is multi-screens. I've a setup now which is so cool, with all the Ethereum pairs that I'm interested in on the left screen and all the BTC pairs that I'm interested in on the right screen. And I have my central screen, which is dedicated to mostly trading, and the automated trade manager, which is also the other part, which is super exciting. The automated trading manager lets you create scenarios. So let's say Bitcoin is like today at $1.5 million. You buy one and you say, my stop loss is at $1 million. I'm kidding, by the way. This is a message for the future, because that's the price which is coming soon. But yeah, so let's say 1.5 million is the price today. I have a stop loss at 1 million, and I want first take profit at 2 million, second take profit at 2.5 million, and third take profit at 3 million. And I can say, like, first take profit, TP1, just close 20% of my position and let the rest go until take profit 2, 3, 4, whatever you decide. And yeah, you can trigger trading stops, also break-even points. So everybody's super smart. They say TP1, whenever it's reached, please move my stop loss to my entry point. And then you can keep on taking orders. You know that your order is managed. You don't have to follow. I mean, then it's just, we have created the tool to make trading around the decision, and that people can focus on the decision, which is the most important part of trading, and then to stick with your plan. And the tool allows you to stick with your plan. In
Well,
two
yeah.
worlds.
That sounds absolutely phenomenal. So moving on to something slightly different, but still related to Cryptonovae. I hear you also have a coin, Yay. So
Yep.
for everyone who doesn't know, tell us a little bit more about Yay, its token utility, and why people should look into it more.
The main reason why people should hold Yay is that it's the only way to access the decentralized part. So all the DEXs, the only way to access the DEXs will be through the token. We have set up really fun holding plans and subscription plans through the token. And also, I didn't say before, but we have the marketplace, because we've been talking about the automated trading manager. And basically, this is a trading bot. And we have that marketplace where you can actually purchase trading bots, and coders can list their bots. And the marketplace, the payment, the method of payment allowed on the platform is actually the Yay token. That's for the usage of the platform. And of course, you can also subscribe to the centralized exchanges connectors with the token. And the main reason why you will do that is that you will get rewards based on your volume. And of course, if you don't want to interact with the token and just pay with fiat, we let you do that, because we also want to be that bridge with traditional traders. So that's okay, they can pay with fiat. But in that case, there will be no rewards based on their volume through the token. So really, like, the full potential and the full utilities around the token.
Nice. That's great. So, right, from my understanding, Cryptonovae, you can connect as an all-in-one trading platform. We can connect to multiple exchanges, multiple DEXs, and people don't really need to, once they're connected, that's it. What exchanges are currently available on Cryptonovae, and what DEXs are available, and what is yet to come?
All right. Centralized, we have Binance, FTX, Kraken, and Bitfinex, and right now Uniswap on the DEX side. But what we've built for Uniswap, the whole architecture, is what will allow us to quickly deploy more DEXi support. So very soon after the initial deployment of Uniswap, we will have PancakeSwap, QuickSwap, and of course, I mean, this is DeversiFi, right? So we have this plan with you guys to integrate you as well. It's a little bit different from the Uniswap architecture, but nothing that we are really scared about. And then, well, it's all about DEXs right now. So the idea is to have a lot more DEXs supported on the platform. Well, and centralized exchanges as well, because we want to cover, let's say, geographical area. You know that OKEx traders are not the same as Binance.US traders. So there are specificities regarding your location. And of course, some exchanges are more specialized in derivatives. Some are more specialized in spot trading. So that's the mapping that we want to realize.
Perfect. Final quick question to wrap up. How are you feeling about the Cryptonovae team in the tournament?
I'm feeling good. No, I'm kidding. I'm super stressed. No, really. We want to win. We absolutely want to win, but I have no clue if we will. I'm super stressed. Before every game, I'm shaking a little bit. I feel like a kid watching his favorite football team playing. I mean, no clue if we can win, but I hope we all gonna make it.
Definitely. So thank you very much for your time, Matthew. We'll take a short break as we get everything set up for the first game. The first game is going to be DeversiFi against Footium. You have a few more minutes, guys, if you wanted to enter the prize pool. It's another $1,750 in tokens again for this week. So head over to DeversiFi Twitter and you can enter there. See you guys soon.
Thank you, Clyde. See you guys.
I wanna see us alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Was it all in a fantasy? Where are you now? Were you only imaginary? Where are you now? Oh goodness, I'll never see not easy, I must admit. They really don't want you to see. They don't want you to see. But when it's dark at night, it gets harder for them to lie. When the city's sleeping, I collect the secrets buried in my mind. Will they ever see the light? When the city's sleeping, I hear all the secrets. You would lose your mind if you knew what's inside. When the city's sleeping, when the city's sleeping, they don't want you to see. When the city's sleeping, they don't want you to see. It's not easy, I must admit. They really don't want you to see. They don't want you to see. But when it's dark at night, it gets harder for them to lie. When the city's sleeping, I collect the secrets buried in my mind. Will they ever see the light? When the city's sleeping, I hear all the secrets. You would lose your mind if you knew what's inside. What's inside? What's inside? Know what's inside? What's inside? When the city's sleeping, I hear all the secrets. You would lose your mind if you knew what's inside. When the city's sleeping, when the city's sleeping, they don't want you to see. When the city's sleeping, they don't want you to see. Lately I've been losing my direction. I know, 'cause I've been trapped inside this heart of mine. If you could let me out of my body, this feeling's got me out of my mind. Without you, without you, without you beside me. Without you, without you, without you beside me.
Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back for another week. Gamers, crypto lovers, and supporters. This is brought to you by DeversiFi. You are watching DeFi Legends, first ever esports tournament brought to you by DeversiFi, like I just pointed out, featuring a $40,000 prize pool, which is really awesome, and half of that is going to the community, so double awesome. In addition, If you haven't voted already, I think time is running out. I probably already ran out already, but this time around it's going to be easy. Just gotta vote on Twitter, retweet, like, and share, and comment who you think is going to win today's series. With that said, before we dive right into the draft, they are live. They are picking in Draft LOL, so it's kind of a new system we're implementing here. But let me do a round of introductions real quick. My name is Proof at Proofcast. It's an honor to be here. Glad to see you all for another week of action. With me is Sauce Spreader. How are we doing, buddy?
We're doing great, and I mean, judging by the picks that we're also seeing in Draft LOL, looking really, really spicy today.
Yeah, we should just jump right into that one right away. As you guys are seeing, it is the DeversiFi we're using here. Originally, we were not going to plan on showing it, but, you know, why not? Get the people in on it, see what they're picking. We are seeing that B1 Karthus pick. Nice. It's going to be a Karthus game from DeversiFi. We were talking about last week with Euclid, and I asked him, you know, would you rather ban forever Soraka or Karthus Jungle? And he went without hesitation, Karthus Jungle.
So they are gonna pick that one up, but so you see how their Footium is grabbing their third pick. They actually, it is gonna be a Jhin for that second. They just forgot to press lock in, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's still fine. It's still gonna be that Jhin. But DeversiFi though, picking up that Lee Sin for snacks in the jungle, gonna be really interesting. But the Hecarim counter pick coming through as well. And I mean, Hecarim, a tier 1 jungler. Lee Sin is very flashy. I think he's still not up in that upper echelon of junglers, though. Hecarim, I do value a lot higher. You have to have a lot more mechanics to actually play Lee Sin. So picking that up is really, really interesting to see. But Vayne is going to be that third pick for DeversiFi. They did also forget to lock that one in, but it is going to be the Lulu band away as well. Very respectable band. Getting rid of some of those enchanters. A lot of that safety down the bot lane. Yuumi also taken off the table as well.
Yeah, Yumi's off the table. They don't want any type of sustain in the bot lane. And for Footium, they did pick this Hecarim pick. I wonder what the second pick was that we see in the lobby here. What it was, Vayne. So Vayne was the second pick. They shouldn't wait until the last possible second to pick here, as that's not good practice anywhere for both sides. So it's you know, this is why one of the reasons why sometimes using a third-party website is kind of annoying, is because if people don't use it before, they wait so long to get the pick, and in the last possible second it's not gonna pick you. You know, it's gonna look blank like that. So far we have a Vayne on the side of DeversiFi. The last pick is Vayne with the Lee Sin. I wonder what the second pick is. It's Jhin, I think.
It is Jhin, yes.
Yep, it's a Jhin. So Jhin and Vayne. It's not too bad, unless this Vayne decides to go solo lane, which this also unlikely. Is going to be Karthus bot lane, maybe?
Most likely Karthus in the bot lane. It could be Lee Sin solo lane though, which is definitely a possibility, although that has fallen off a little bit since the nerfs from last season. Xerath though, going to be locked in. If it is a Karthus mid, going to suffer the range disadvantage for the most part in that lane. We'll see how it does work out here though. But, I mean, the Xerath is very unsafe, and Lee Sin can very easily come mid, blow that flash, and then Xerath lane flashless. That's just an easy ward hop kick combo, or the insect combo for those who aren't familiar. Very simple. But the Camille going to be locked in here, and that's realistically a self-counter pick. The Shen, if that is going in the top lane, is considered that soft counter to the Camille. He splits very well, can block most of her damage as long as he times that. Times the Spirit's Refuge in time to block that second Q. The true damage on that Sheen proc is really important to Camille's damage output, so getting rid of that is very important. So it is going to be a Corki in the mid lane.
Oh, we got a Corki. Hey, it's going to be a Corki game. Nice.
So,
can't go wrong with that.
Early lane, Corki is going to lose out on that range advantage. He does not really have a way to match it, but once he gets those rockets, that's where it's very important. So it is going to be a Mumu support here, locked in, and I think that's pretty solid.
Oh yeah, that's
actually, wait,
definitely
I'm trying to think. What's the support here for DeversiFi? Because they don't really have a true support pick in their lineup.
Could be the Lee Sin support, to be honest.
It could be the Lee Sin support. It could be.
We have seen that. I've seen crazier things than that. To be
AP
honest,
Lee Sin.
before that, yep. So, why not? Yeah, why not? Why not the AP? Actually, it was the Master League that me and you have casted before. We saw that Lee Sin's a long time before or winning each other. But yeah, these type of comps are always intriguing to look at. Like, where's these players are gonna go. Where's this champion gonna go? Especially Lee Sin, right? Like, is he gonna jungle? Is he gonna go bot lane? Karthus has that flexibility as well. We saw last week that the carry Euclid was really piloting that Jinx to the fullest extent. He was getting so many kills, and with the help of support. So whoever ends up being the support here is going to be a master tier player, so that's something to look out for as well. If it's going to be this Lee Sin, that's going to be hard carry support right there, I'll tell you that, Salt. With that said, though, on the side of Footium, they have a really good draft. I like it. I like it a lot. I like this Amumu here, but it's kind of question marking this Hecarim pick. Why would you pick the Hecarim and the Amumu? Like, what's Amumu's usage here? And that
Amumu support has been meta, or not, has fallen out of meta because of the mana changes they did give him at the tail end of season 11. But in Worlds beforehand, he was very much picked in the support role, picked against Leona, picked against anything, you know, Nautilus, all those meta supports there. But I'm not sure if they are in order or not, but it's looking like it's an Amumu top with a Shen support.
Yeah.
If they are in LCS order.
Yeah, let's see. We're gonna find out now. It looks like Lee Sin is
in the jungle. Karthus support.
This is how we can find out. Old school way in the client. Old school way in the client. Not using that draft link. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see because Xerath is not going mid. That's the Jhin. Obviously the order probably
the order.
Yeah, it's on the other side. It's not like an LCS order. So like, don't mind that. For now, as we're trying to do like another way of getting into the draft quicker, right? What we're trying to do here is during break, we're incentivizing team to go in draft LOL, pick their champions, and then while we are as casters going live, they're going to be inclined already picking their champions, right? So just to make the game times go quicker, with that said, you know, I'm excited to see this Amumu support, as you pointed out, and I think this is going to be a Karthus bot lane. Is it going to be piloted by the support? I think Deep is going to play that.
Piloted.
And Wolfman, this time around, it's going to be the Vayne ADC. What do we think about this? What do we think about this matchup, Jhin into the Vayne? I'm assuming early game, Jhin is going to have a field day.
Definitely. Jhin is definitely a lot stronger in that lane phase. Usually pick to neutralize a lane into the meta picks like the Jinx, like the Caitlyn, like the Zeri, Aphelios, anything like that. But here, it can actually win the lane, which is very important because they can play artillery with Jhin Xerath and just have that lockdown with the Hecarim Shen and Mumu combo and lock down a single carry that way and try and blow them up. But it is a triple damage threat coming through from DeversiFi. They have the Corki, they have the Vayne, they have the Camille, and the Karthus to disrupt. Lee Sin can always have great setup, even if he is behind. He still has a way, he still has some utility trying to get a kick combo.
Yeah, a lot of utility here on the side. They got the Camille for lockdown, so anybody who's carrying on the other side, Camille just throws out the Hextech ultimatum. And then Fallen Rain is always going to be a champion on this Corki, no matter how you look at it, how you approach it, because Corki has that playability. The play rates right now is skyrocketing in pro and in amateur as well, just because how useful it is of dashing out damage, of doing so many good plays and high impact plays nonetheless. So it's something to look out for in the mid lane. Yes, Xerath is that poke champion, but he can't just burst you like Corki can with a couple of rockets and then boom, you're just going back to that gray screen. So we're going to see how the approach is. From Footium, you know, Salt, you're always good at predictions. And for those people out there who are listening, you know, one of the reasons that I like casting with you is that sometimes you do not miss. I'll be honest. You don't miss with the predictions. Yeah, I'll say it. So if people want to get their predictions right, they should really pay attention to what you're saying. I feel like going into the weeks as well. Yes, I know the polls closed earlier, but I haven't seen one time that you got your predictions wrong. I mean, I don't want to jinx it now, but going into it, Salt, what do you think is going to happen here? Footium versus DeversiFi. Who's going to take the lead? How it's going to turn out based on the draft?
Based on the draft alone, in this current meta, I value damage a lot. Damage and a single frontliner, or potentially two. But if you take a look at DeversiFi's composition, they have a lot of DPS. They have a Vayne, they have a Corki, and even if like the Camille and Karthus Lee Sin don't really do anything, they still have enough damage threats to make things happen come the mid to late game. They're always going to be strong. Vayne scales like a monster, and so does the Corki. On the other side, though, if they snowball, if they get the Xerath ahead, if he gets those dark skills stacked up, that's when he's going to start popping off here. So it's up to Red Dragon and Swarty to try and make things happen in this mid lane. That's where they're going to win this game. Get this Corki behind, get the Xerath ahead, so the Vayne and Corki cannot walk into range. So I think ease of execution I'm gonna go for DeversiFi. They really just have to sit back, chill. They don't have to do anything to win this game. The onus is on Footium. So just based on execution alone, and that's what I think is very important for any team, even if they're pro, amateur, whatever it be. Ease of execution is very important. So I'm gonna give it to DeversiFi.
All right, you guys heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. And with that said, we're going to take a short break. Before we take the break, Salt, let's talk a little bit about, again, this Lee Sin pick, because I like doing jungle versus jungle matchup and seeing how that's going to pan out. Both of them are very early, aggressive junglers. Are we going to see first blood within jungle, or what's your prediction? Is it going to be one of the solo lanes, or maybe, like I said, that bot lane, that early game Jhin into the vein?
I'm expecting it to be actually mid lane. I want the Lee Sin or the Hecarim to look in this mid lane before level 2 or 3, where where both of these mid laners will have to both flash if they do get ganked. The Hecarim can go that E, push him towards the tower. Or the Lee Sin can ward hop E, get the slow, force the flash because the Q can land. So, I mean, I want to see first blood in the mid lane. I want either of these mid laners to die level 2 or level 3.
Got you. Well, that's a big ask here, Salt. But let us encourage these brave players today on their journey to the top. 4 teams in each group, and all the teams will play against each other twice in the first 6 weeks. So a lot of stuff can go down. When we come back, we'll be bringing you the first game of the second week, DeversiFi versus Footium. Keep your monitors on. We'll be right back.
If you want me, baby, let me know now. If you want me, baby, show me now.
To it. And hello, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Let that load up a little bit here. There it is. It took a minute, there to load in, but we're in it to win it. 0-0 start here. So both junglers need to understand the agency they have in the early game. So we might not see the early innovates coming through, but the way that Footium is positioned right now, they were expecting something themselves. You see nobody on their side is literally checking top lane invade. So they're doubling down, thinking that maybe they're gonna meet somebody here in the bot lane for the blue buff. Last week they did get invaded a lot, so they're like, okay, we want to prevent that from happening as much as possible.
Taking an anti-invade stance towards this bot side. They really want to defend this blue for the Hecarim. He does run into mana issues, so having that blue buff early feels really, really nice. The Lee Sin, though, going to start on this red buff. He likes having that bird. He likes having that extra little bit of Omnivamp with that with the smite item. But on the top side here, Doran shield start for both of these players. 7-foot Rat on the Shen, gonna have a pretty solid time up against this Camille, and I really do like the exhaust coming in from Red Dragon. That's really important here. Expecting those early ganks, knowing that the Lee Sin's gonna look very, very smart.
Yeah, to elaborate a little bit more, we're seeing both junglers start from the bot side. Getting that leash is super, super important, right? The bot laner is helping them out in a little bit here. So they are going to collapse over the top side scuttle in just a little bit. We're seeing Elder Rain does not care about the CS so far, just wants to get some poke damage into this Xerath, because Xerath is going to start hurting in a little bit. And Momo goes in with a bandage toss, deep now, ignited on the lane. Jedi Panda needs to go in. The clan's already burned from Wolfman. Deep under a lot of trouble. Is it going to be the first blood for Jedi Panda? He gets exhausted. Zeus, he doesn't have any more abilities. He has to flash in. Wolfman is finding free range auto. He flashes for it, but the bandage toss is good. Zeus now. A couple of more HP. Oh, a couple of more auto attacks will do it. First blood. Wolfman is on fire already.
Great look coming in. I like the intent coming in from Zeus or Zeus. Going in with Jedi, trying to look for that big trade there, trying to take them to card this early, but the exhaust, that is what happened there, and that's a really important spell to use. It's 40% damage reduction, and it can stop a Jhin from executing it, but they're going in.
Yeah, they're going in for seconds. Jedi Panda has to be careful. Just barely grazes that one in. He walks away. The skin of his teeth.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, Snacks 1-1 on the top side. Swarty, what are you doing, Swarty? Oh, this is your territory, but you're going to get invaded. Not like this. Another invade, and DeversiFi pull off a successful second kill. The second week.
And early game invade coming in from the Lee Sin, saw that the Hecarim burned that E, looked for the play there, looked for the invade, and Footium facing the wrath of another invade composition coming through. And just look at the rotations though. The Camille, the Corki already there in the jungle, flanking from both sides. This Hecarim had no way out.
Feels bad for the Hecarim, but speaking of that, Snacks goes
There
for yet another gank. Does land the Sonic Wave. We're going to go under the turret. That's the question.
No Lee syndrome.
Oh, man. He's not going to go in just yet.
Oh no, Swarty. Wait, Swarty wins this.
Yeah, I don't know. Swarty, do you got it in you? Shen over the wall, looking for the taunt. Oh, but yeah, that's the hook shot right there. So yeah, that's the beauty of Camille. You could just go. You don't even need to run the flash, but if you are running the flash, you got that escape route and more safety with your abilities as well. So nicely done.
And look at this Corki just taking really aggressive trades. And that's something that a lot of people don't respect, that E. It shreds your armor, shreds your magic resist, and just allows Corki to output a lot of damage with those little autos. Sure, they don't do much when you're not shredded, but when you are, that E just does so much damage, it's pretty insane. But they're flashing forward, bot side.
Oh, bot side action already. 3v2. Two's company, three's a crowd, as they say, and that's the double. Yet another time for Wolfman. I don't know how they're playing through their bot side so successful. We saw that happening last week and another time this week, and it looks like Wolfman has been putting the practice in, looking really sharp on the vein.
And one thing that I do like to say about bot lane here is support is what dictates the lane early. And we've seen that deep playing, even though he's playing the guard, this doesn't really have that much to see. Oh, topside fight.
Again, the hook shot, right? So you shouldn't be too concerned about what happens to the Camille. But speaking of that, Snacks goes in. A deep invades, gets stunned up though, but safeguarding out of that one. And deep is around the corner. Putting a lot of poke back in. Interrupts the recalls from Red Dragon. Red Dragon doesn't know what to do here. Swarty gets engaged on the Sonic Wave. Is clean from Snacks. Finds that kill. Yet another time tosses bandage. This is going to collapse onto the Karthus. So they at least find retaliating kill on the side of Footium. But they are on the back foot. That's another Sonic Wave. Does land. Zeus throws out the bandage toss. The jungler's going at it. Zeus lives. The team captain from Footium. And Jedi Panda throws out the W. Does not connect eventually. And Snacks will walk away.
And it's just these invades. They have vision. They have those wards down. And they're just looking for plays. Little risky though. Snack's able to grab that Grom Burns. The Flash does live, but I mean, overall, it's just good looks. They're reading this Hecarim like a book, you know, like the Harry Potter series, books 1 to 7. They know where he is, and they're just taking advantage of that. Having their entire team rotate. They're giving up minions, they're giving up waves, but they know where to be and how to help out this Lee Sin.
Yeah, we will see what ends up happening here in the beginning of the game so far. Like trademark DeversiFi, they just come out of the guns blazing. So kudos to them. You know, they've been making it work. Snacks, very aggressive jungling here. He's not letting go of anything on the map. I mean, even his enemies' camps are his camp. Like, that's how he's acting at this point. Gets a good leash, gets a good help from Deep, and Deep is just able to assist because he got slows, he got poke, he got the range that Snacks needs, and just being around Snacks all the time has been super helpful for him to play aggressively. So you could see the jungle and support dynamic is paying off. But speaking of that, Zeus fancies himself to go in Deep. It's gonna get collapsed on, and nowhere out for him. But Zeus on the other side, Wolfman finds that kill onto him. So 1 for 1. Now Snacks gonna collapse. Oh, this is trademark. Snacks goes in. Now Stat United though, forcing out that ulti. Miesto does interrupt it under the turret. Nice heads up play all around.
And that's the power of Shen. He can literally ult in your face, but that shield, because Swordy or Jedi Panda was just so low, just means the shield is massive. It just shields so much damage. It scales off the Shen's max HP. And look at that, he has a Ruby Crystal. So that shield is already pretty large. That's basically Jedi's entire health bar being shielded there by the Shen, and dissuades that engage from coming through. I do think if they called out the cancel, they could have gone for the kill. The Lee Sin still had some damage. Did not have the kick available, but, you know, it's definitely something to look for. But Fallen Rain taking a lot of damage at the mid lane. Good work coming in from Red Dragon.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. At that 10-minute mark, we got the Mountain on bot side neutral objective. Zeus trying to protect the ADC here. Jedi Panda, he's quick on Jin, but how quick are you? Are you able to get away there? Still, that's the Karthus passive. You got to respect it. I don't know what Deep is doing. He just walked under the turret expecting to get a kill, but
he got the wave worth.
Yeah, he got the wave. That was the plan all along. Actually, that gives a huge prio over onto
It
Footium
does.
now.
And the Hecarim, though, has to stay on the bot side. Nice trade from Miesto. So because of this bot prio gained by Deep running into the tower, it does force Hecarim to come bot side, defend this Jhin, who's very susceptible to ganks, and even though the Lee Sin isn't there, if you don't have vision on him, you have to assume that's where he's going to be. So Hecarim, in the meanwhile, is just losing his entirety of his top side. This Lee Sin took the chickens, the KFC yum, getting those red buffs rolling too, and just great stuff coming in, and the invade too gets the Krugs.
My goodness, man. It's so far has been a really interesting take on, and now Snacks under a lot of fire there, and all the way from downtown, Red Dragon will find the connecting dots here to find the kill at eventually. Fallen Rain in the mid lane, trying to pick up some plays just to punish Red Dragon here on his play. And that's the Corki. Corki has 1 kill. Yes, the Xerath has 2, but the Corki is always going to be a champion here. You have to watch out for that mana scaling. What build are they going to go for here? And ideally, what do you think should be the priority?
Red Dragon needs to carry, so he needs to have that Luden's Tempest. He needs to have all that damage coming through the M-Pen, the magic penetration. That's what he needs to have rolling here for him. And he's doing some good work here in the mid lane. He also has those double buffs, which will help out a lot in the sustain war. He will be gaining mana, but look at the bot side. Look who's there.
Swordy. Take 2 now in the bot lane. Deep gonna flash away. He stays alive. And Sax with a retaliating. Re-engages the front line. Swarty taking low. Zeus tanking a lot of that damage. Wolfman dashing that damage into the now. Karthus all to order from downtown. The Reds, the Requiem doing work. Deep will find 1 kill at least out of that adventure.
Great work coming in from Deep, knowing that, hey, even if I die, I'll burn my flash, it's fine. I still have the Requiem, and my Vayne does a lot of damage. So just good damage calculations there. Sub 200 HP. That he already has that Lost Chapter and an Amp Tome.
Yep.
So one ulti is going to do quite a bit of damage here. But Panda might get dove.
Yeah, Vayne. Despite what we thought that Jhin is going to do this game, Wolfman has been.
Oh, no.
Finds the stun on their turret. Are you kidding me? Wolfman gets the solo polo in the bot lane. Somebody give this guy a medal. Wow, he's so far ahead of Jhin. He's able to do that, and now the kick into the Sonic Wave here. Wow, Snacks, are you kidding me? He's literally smurfing. Snacks 1v9. Finds the Sonic Wave behind Zeus. That is a Sonic Wave for ages. Wolfman now finding some damage as well. Zeus making a bolt for the door. Is headed for the rocks though. Stat United comes in clutch. The turnaround. Nobody expected. Footium out of nowhere with the damage. Chugging away. Red Dragon. Finding the Sonic Wave. Retaliating. Kill Snacks. Won't be fine. He is still a threat. 7-foot red. Are you able to do anything here? You gotta respect this Lee Sin. You gotta respect it. Red Dragon goes and he wants to find a kill, but does not. Unfortunate.
Oh, the ward
for him.
jump.
Wow, what a fiesta here.
Very much a fiesta. Oh, he has a smite. If he took that without smite, he dies. He dies. Oh my, but again, it's the rotate. Oh, package.
It's Pakistan, baby. Fallen Rain will find the Fallen kill here as Red Dragon goes back to the base. That's 2 kills for Fallen Rain. Already into the game as Corki is looking at a snowball angle.
Has that mana Munich completed, working to use that mana bar, try and grab that Mura mana as soon as possible. 237 stacks there on that little tier item. Also building towards the Luden Tempest as well. Swarty's here though. Just gonna tax the wave a little bit. Red Dragon's not gonna be there. That's my wave now. Yoink, needs something. So, losing out in the jungle, unfortunately, because the invades, but oh, deep.
Oh, here we go, deep. This is your opportunity. Zeus misses the toss, bandage toss, which is literally the only thing you need to do as a Mumu support. And now deep is gonna, this is second time he's gonna dive on the Reduri right there for the kill. This time around, we'll find it, Wolfman with the assist. Miesto on the 1v1. It's important to note. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Hextech ultimate is going to be huge here on the lockdown. Swarty goes in. The pushback from Wolfman to peel away from running Horseman, whatever he is at this point in time. He is beefy. That's the 2v1 kill in the top lane. A lot of plays happening here, Salt.
And oh yeah, that's the mana problems there with Hecarim. He gets that play, but he can't do anything. Can't clear the jungle. Can't push the wave. He is out of mana. But Miesto, ooh.
Yeah, so flashes away. Everybody seems to be getting away from Red Dragon, and Red Dragon is probably really not happy about that one. He doesn't even have his first mythic completed, but he's close to completing it, as Fallen Rain on the other side is a bit ahead on gold. He's not even concerned about the mythic item yet, as that is the mono unit. And yep, this is the Herald. Are you sure you want to do this next?
Oh wow!
Your 2v1, the Bandit Touch again goes wide. Red Dragon.
Deep.
Oh. Here comes the Karthus. Amumu has to throw out the ulti. Corki is around the corner as well. Corki finding a lot of damage here. Karthus low, but not low enough. Corki in the front line now, attacking a lot of that curtain call damage coming out of the Jin. Jin flashing away. Corki following with the flash, and that is a big kill right there. A great play from DeversiFi. 17-7, and this is looking like a wipeout.
Man, the Rift Herald going to be summoned up here on the top side. Probably going to grab up some plates and potentially the tower. Doesn't have a large enough wave to look for the tower. Oh, plates are gone.
Yep, plates are gone right in the moment. Rift hits. Feels bad. But
oh,
snacks again. Like that's a nice kick, but doesn't have the Phonic wave to follow. That's a bit of a problem. Lee Sin flashes for the kill and throws out the mastery. Nice sidestepping there from the Shen, but at the end of the day, you know, you still got to respect the Lee Sin here. That's what he's showing you with his mastery points. Speaking of respect, Red Dragon throws out the ulti. The Xerath does connect. The finishing blow. Swordy. Okay, Fallen. Okay, Fallen Rain. You're just going to do that. He's
that
just
Corki just does so
right
much damage. And that's a level 11 Corki at 14 minutes. That's really insane. He's going to be pumping out that damage like crazy now. Also has the Sork Shoes. So that's a lot of magic penetration. And that just amplifies his damage even more. But overall map state, the jungle is the entirety, all 4 quadrants belong to the side of DeversiFi. They're looking really solid here. Snacks 1v9 may not be fully 1v9 in this game, but is popping off at least 2v8. You know, you got to give it to the Cork, you got to give it to the Vayne, maybe 3v6, something along those lines, or 3v7. Sorry. Deep does have majority of the deaths, which is quite unfortunate. Not ideal per se, but you know, you take what you can get. But I mean, he's making the most of that card that's passive. That's right. You know, passive efficiency. That's very important.
It's like borderline inting. Yeah, just borderline running it down to get that passive up, and then you could turn to your team and say, like, you know, that was premeditated all along. I had that in mind. You know, I'm not just running it down, guys. Trust me.
Trust. Oh no. Damage.
Yeah, flashes for the kill again, but Fallen Rain now. The backside, Hecarim ults in. Oh, this is getting dicey. That's a huge shutdown. That's 1k shutdown now in the pocket of Amumu, but Amumu is not the carry. But 7-foot red finds the kill with the taunt. Nicely done. Here comes the Camille for the trade. with the help of the Lee Sin as well as the Karthus there, finding the double. Sorting on their turret now on a 1v1. Uh-oh, gotta be careful. A Sonic Wave does land, but Sax does not
No
want to
energy,
take it.
no
No energy
energy.
left to go. Wow. This has been... he's wrapping around. Blast goes in. Hello, you're not getting away from me, he says. Not today.
Snags just having the time of his life there on the Lee Sin. Pop it off. I mean, it would have been more entertaining to see a Lee Sin support, but Snags is putting on a good show. But Red Dragon might be looking for Miesto. Cannot find it, though. But we just see objective bounty, so I want to see Footium try and commit on the sideline, try and grab a tower, try and get some of that gold. Because, you know, a tier 1 is now worth potentially like 600 gold. That's a good influx of gold, especially when you're down 12k. Any little bit counts to shortening this gap, trying to push towards that late game, use that range advantage that they do have. But as of now, they're trying to turtle, trying to make things happen that way, but I think they should just try and commit all 5 members towards either the top or bot side and give up a tier 2 mid.
When you say I'm concerned too. Wolfman flashes right in the wall there. I know text the turn. That's a and a like that. So Flash is in, wanting to find the kill there. You're feeling confident, you could already tell. I mean, who wouldn't be confident when you're just double the CS lead of your lane counterpart?
Feel
So
himself
it's
a little bit.
It's like 3k gold ahead right there compared to the Jin. So, you know, if he's not doing that,
A little bit
who
more
is
than
going- Speaking a little bit bored, Zeus finds a nice toss, bandage toss. That will result in the death of a Karthus. So,
Oh my, look at the damage.
that's a passive. Almost takes him out. Oh, he does take him out. You're talking about that, Salt. You know, that's the passive
Leandri's.
gameplay from Karthus. He's really not looking to kill players with his ultimate rather than his passive.
This is not instinct. This is passive efficiency, my friends. This is how you play Karthus. You run into the middle of the team, die, and trade 1 for 1.
Yep, that's the game plan all along. Speaking of that, the Shen now on a 1v2 angle. Lee Sin is here with the safeguard. Karthus pops the ulti. 7-foot rat does not have in him to walk away alive here, I don't think. He's just headed for the rocks.
The Jin
right there.
died
Clocks out.
somewhere. I don't know where.
With the kill. Scoops up that one. And now chugging older from downtown comes the Zerath ulti. It's only to clear the waves though. Now also the shadows from this Hecarim, but he goes in only to die. And Zeus gets kicked back under the turret. Nobody is safe anywhere on the map, even at under your own turret. Maybe in the fountain you'll be safe. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, the Jin, I don't know where he died, but he died somewhere because of Karthus. Deep having a really fun time, you know, being very efficient with the passive, no man on Red Dragon.
Having silly fun time here. Fallen Rain almost gets taken out. I mean, yep, there it is. Overextension. You know, it's the name of the game. Greed gets to you when you are that far ahead.
You see the question mark things coming through from blue side. Oh my, this is a fun one. But we see the TPs coming through. They're going to try and take this tier 2. That's 650 gold going into the back pockets of Miesto and Deep, getting that gold roll and pushing forward. And they could look for... It's not even 20 minutes. They just realized they can't get the rift, but they can potentially wait for Bear and grab that one up. They're diving.
They're just going to dive. They're going to ride on ahead. Snacks goes in. Deep around the corner. It just goes down. But that's still the inting Karthus strategy. The passive is up, baby. Look at that. Look at that passive damage. Nobody can walk up straight. The Sonic Wave does land. Let's see if the Lee Sin is going to fancy himself for a dive here again. Wolfman finding that kill. The silent assassin herself.
He wants it. Mechanics.
Yeah, mechanics. Superior mechanics on Lee Sin. I'll just give him that for now.
It's always fun to just be that Lee Sin. Q in, scare the enemy, force a flash, and then W away. Bid the Q. It's always fun to do that one. That was actually the strategy of SOFM back in Worlds 2 years ago now. Season 10. He played the Sunfire Warmogs. Someone's dead.
Yep, Requiem.
Two
Requiem
people
picks
are
up
dead.
double. Maybe the triple. Deadeye Panda will walk away though. Yep.
Leandri's wore off.
Literally, they're gonna have to fight next to the fountain. Feels bad for Footium. They are up against the Giants here. Care package available for the Corki. Goes right in it. Zeus now with a lot of fire. This is the Mumu though. Could be rather tanky. Gotta respect that. So another time where Corki just like question mark play there on a 1v2 on a
little
1v3.
bit of a question mark play there. 1v3. You can't really kill the tanks just yet. You don't have that much AD built in yet with your build. You need a little bit more to make that happen. But they are grabbing up this dragon. Baron is alive, so they are on Soul Point. 21 minutes into the game, 23 minutes. Soul, very, very efficient coming in from them. Deep, though, running in 1v3.
The Karthus. They don't even need the help of
wow, he traced the top laner.
Again,
that's insane.
Forget about Inting Scion, Salt. Forget about Inting Scion. Inting Karthus is kind of a mood here.
A little bit of a mood.
Yeah, gets a kill on the tankiest member. So 7 for Red's not going to have the Stand United available in the next team fight. Yes, in 25 seconds, he's going to be online again with that TP. But when we look at the objectives on the map, we got the Baron available. So either Sorty has to go for the 50-50 smite fight, or they have to wait to play around the Shen ulti. Speaking of that, though, they go all out here, but that is
flash
the
out.
And then they flash out. They're like, okay, we have no vision.
We have no damage.
We have no damage or vision, so, you know, around Baron time, they do not want to die.
If they die when this Baron falls, that's basically game. If this they have no wave clear without Xerath, but with Sword, he's taking so much damage.
Ooh, Swordy has to be careful now.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, he blast goes in. Wolfman, one more auto attack. Should do it there. And,
yeah.
There it is, Swordy. Outside the shadows.
Wait,
that's a great bait. That's a good bait, though. Wolfman now under a lot of fire. Scooping up the kill is going to be the Amumu, but how long can they stay alive? The kick from Snacks comes in. Curtain call opens up. This is the Opera Show. Get your tickets, ladies and gentlemen, before it runs out, before it's sold out. Enemy Yesto is interrupted there by the stun from Xerath. And here we go. The damage, the poke is going to come in clutch right now. This is where Footium need to make it happen. Snacks is looking for a good dive here. Does find Sonic Wave. And Hextech ultimatum from Yesto. And that is all she wrote. GG's written all over this map right now. I mean, you could tell how aggressive DeversiFi has been playing. Everything just seems to be paying off for them.
So grabbing these 2 inhibs going to be very important here. Sure, it's early, but they're so far ahead, they can force a Baron with these 2 inhibs because both the top and mid wave are going to be permanently shoving. And that permanent shove means that there at least has to be 2 people answering the base. So there's just no way they can contest. And even though they don't end within that 30 seconds, they are going to grab this Baron and basically take the game. The only wave clear is dead for another 3 seconds. So they're not even going to contest. They're just going to grab Miesta. They're backing off.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a doozy. They couldn't finish up doing the Baron release for now. They're going to be like, okay, we're going to come back, finish that next day, some other time. We don't have to be worried about right now. As now the wave state, you know, inhibitor down for Footium. They need to push these waves, but
they didn't get top inhib.
Yep, the Winions are spawning in the mid lane. So what they want to do here is rotating deep the Inting Karthus to go and get them.
He's even 10 and 10. Not Inting.
Yeah, it's evening out somehow because of that passive, right? So he's coming in clutch in these trades. So nicely done.
Just like I say when I play Val. Hey, I got my 1. What are you guys doing?
Yeah. Speaking of that, Momo goes in. That's a double with the ulti. Finally finding a pick. That's an ADC down. So Footium are going to be happy with that one. At least they find a pick. And Swordy trying to run away. Deep is not concerned with the inhib. He wants to get this Hecarim. Hecarim has the movement speed built in, so he's just seamlessly going to walk away there. But Deep is literally chasing it. Like, they're still doubling down on this. Swordy, let's see if you're going to bask on your way out of this one. And yes, does find it now. Also the shadows used, but the Rockets do find him from the back.
Good big one. It is no longer a burger clip if they do want to go for this Baron. Not going to go for it just yet. They want to wait for Wolfman. That is most of their DPS. Corki with this build, this Luden's Ravenous Hydra build, is mostly a poke champ, so going to look for those rockets over the walls, things like that.
Yeah.
So that's not the play. But they can try and push this top wave, try and grab this top inhib. But Red Dragon,
Yeah, another...
Oh, fancy feet.
Toss. Yeah, that's fancy feet. Quick as a rabbit. Quick as a bunny here. I don't know what 7 for Red is, though. Is he just baiting? He goes in for the taunt now, Miesto. Has to be careful. The hook shot out of that one to safety.
Ow.
Oh, yeah. Look at the damage.
Oh, wait, this could be lethal. This could be lethal.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts for Red Dragon. The Xerath, you really cannot do anything there in response, so you just have to bite the bullet and accept what's
outplay
happening.
Button. That is the outplay button.
KDA
he could have played that better, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. This is the all-out fight here. The man advantage, DeversiFi, are looking to shatter them to pieces here one by one, and 7 for Rat is surprising getting the kill. Now with the taunt providing a lot of time, but buying enough time is not going to be the name of the game. That's the ace coming through. DeversiFi are looking strong. What a knockdown, drag-out fight they've had back-to-back. And a great performance and a sensational outplay on Snacks 1v9. He's just been dominating the Rift so far. So nicely done from DeversiFi. And Miesto walks right in it. They really want to get the fountain kills to style it out.
42-21, 50-50 kills, but 19k gold lead. Definitely a great play coming in from DeversiFi. Looking really solid here in week 2. Another commanding win.
Yep, another commanding win, another commanding day for DeversiFi. So 2 for 2 now, you know. Whoever got the predictions right, ladies and gentlemen, you are on a roll. We'll see now the next game if you do get 2 for 2 right in your predictions. But man, what a showing from DeversiFi. I don't think anybody really expected this one to be that close, but it was definitely like a blowout. And Footium obviously tried this time around. Their comp was solid. So what do we think about what happened this game? If we had to summarize it in a couple of words here.
So, I mean, overall, it was just mostly, like I said, having multiple damage threats means that even if you punish one, there's more than one way to play through this game. So, that's just why I value DeversiFi's comp a little bit higher, and that's why I put them ahead in the draft phase coming through. But if this was just standard, I think Footium's comp, if they're more practiced, I just think they need more game time together. And just... Once they play more games together, I think that's really important because we didn't really see all that much synergy coming through. That's very important, though. So I'm expecting them to come back next week, look stronger. And, I mean, they're learning some of these picks. They got the Jhin. It's looking all right. Hecarim, though, did look okay. It died a lot, yes, but that was because of the constant invades and constant lane pressure, which was granted by DeversiFi's solo lanes playing really well and constantly invading with their jungler, helping out Snacks. So... Yeah. We know the win con coming through for DeversiFi. It's Snacks and Wolfman. That's what they look for.
Yeah, they like playing through their bot lane. So, you know, a lot of stuff to worry about if you are if you haven't played against DeversiFi yet, you know, you could take away a lot from this game. For Footium, they now need to work on what they want to do moving forward in Group A, because it seems stacked against them, all odds considered. So we'll see if they're able to pull through in the next coming weeks, but they should give themselves a pat on the back for showing up and playing. You know, they had some strong points, they had some early trades that were going in their favor, but once the snowball happened, it turned into an avalanche, and Footium were just under it. So feels bad, man, but good luck next time. You know, a set says it's not about how much you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up. So with that said, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the second game of week 2.
Lately I've been losing my direction. I know, 'cause I've been trapped inside this heart of mine. If you could let me out of my body, this feeling's got me out of my mind. Without you beside me. Without you beside me. escape and I can't give you up. Give you up, give you up. I just wanna hold you. I wish I never told you I feel unrestricted. No passion, what we got, can we take another shot? I hate this distance. I want you to feel my love more than anything before. I want you to feel my love. Want you to feel my love. I want you to feel my love more than anything before. I want you to feel my love. 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 Even when you hold me close, you feel so far away. Far away, far away. Used to miss me, now I'm wishing things could be the same. Be the same, be the same. I just wanna hold you. I wish I never told you I feel unrestricted. No passion, what we got, can we take another shot? I hate this distance. I want you to feel my love, more than anything before. I want you to feel my love. Want you to feel my love. I want you to feel my love more than anything before. I want you to feel my love. Want you to feel my love. Want you to feel my love more than anything. Want you to feel my love. Want you to feel my love.
Hey everybody, we are back. For those who just missed some of the action here, just to recap, DeversiFi win in a white pie matter. So I thought it was an episode of a white pie, you know, that's what we're saying here. And so it just happened that way, right? DeversiFi are on a roll. But currently, we're waiting for two teams, Sushiswap and Cryptonovae, to get in, to get online, to get their matches started. But in the meantime, they've had an issue with the player getting late, or maybe not quite making it here. As funny as it may seem, but we might have time or no time to wait. That's the only problem here. So we might need to get a sub for them in the meantime when we do get sorted out. Salt, let's talk a little bit about the meta, what we've been seeing. I mean, last week, Cryptonovae brought out the Yasuo in the mid lane, and that was something to watch out for. Do you think with the Singed and the Yasuo, it's going to be repetitive kind of picks going into the second week, into the second game today against Sushiswap?
I mean, it's a really solid pick comp, right? So if you're looking to just punish players out of position, it's really, really solid. The Singe can run at you with Predator, do the Burger Flip, and Yasuo will just ult on top of that, make things happen that way. So, I mean, I think it's pretty solid. It's definitely something to be scared of if you're facing Cryptonovae. I think it's a really solid way to look at things, but there are a lot of counter picks to both those champs, and if Sushiswap does play them, it's something to be worried about, because Singed needs to do his one thing, and if he can't do that, it's kind of rough. And Yasuo does have a lot of ways to be punished in lane, a lot of champs that are really strong into him. So if Sushi plays those champs, you know, I think that's the best way to deal with Cryptonovae, though. Punish that duo, punish the top and mid laners, get that rolling, get the ball rolling that way. That's what I think is the most effective way to deal with that.
Do you even think that Yasuo's gonna get through here, just because how good it was last week when we saw it right in the mid lane, and we saw EU worst champ on the Singe, his main. So I think if you take out that out of the equation, I want to see how Cryptonovae perform. Like, what if they're not playing their comfort picks? What if you take those picks away from them that they so desperately want because they feel comfortable with it? A lot of nerves going into it too, so that does impact players' performances. You know, there's a psychology test out there that says that if you practice something for hours on end, if you practice it so many hours, dedicating your time alone, when a crowd comes to watch you, then you perform better, you get a boost. But if you haven't been practicing hours on end, and you know, you haven't been putting in the work, when the crowd comes out, the opposite is true. You kind of choke. So obviously we're not in a live stadium. Hopefully Monday, you know, that would be the case. But for now, it's just the storyline here. We're seeing a lot of players going around their comfort picks. We're not seeing anything like out of the ordinary. Snacks just last game absolutely smurfing with the Lee Sin. So every time we learn something new about these players, something new about their champion pool, and all in all, it's been a really good experience so far. So my question would be, what are some of the champions we might expect? Kind of like a surprise pick. In the meta, a lot of stuff happened too. Gwen is no longer viable.
I wouldn't say she's no longer viable. I would just say she's weaker in lane. Yeah, she still scales the same. That doesn't change. Her jungle is basically removed though. She can no longer be that flex pick that we've seen a few times in competitive play. So that's not happening anymore, but she lost 50 range on her E, which makes her losing matchups a lot harder and her winning matchups less winning. But realistically, she didn't really have that many winning matchups in the first place. So now you really just pick her if you need a AP top laner and you're willing to sack that lane or willing to defend it, because Gwen is a lot harder of a time to actually win. So now you just have to either defend it or just let it scale, let it take those Krugs or Gromp every time they're up, just let it chill and do its thing, because it still scales like a monster. It's still going to do that insane true damage, still going to do that tank shredding.
Yeah, it's going to do that tank shredding, and you know, we're just sorting out whether or not Cryptonovae will need a sub, because that might change things, especially for predictions. If their player is a bit late and he can't make it, we'd ultimately need to sub in, and Wolfman will be playing, I think, on a different account most likely. So just to get that 5-man you know, roster going in no time. So with that said, Salt, you know, if that is the case, then do you think that makes a whole lot of difference?
I mean, Wolfman has proven that they can play AD pretty solidly when paired with a good support. So if they are given that same advantage again, I think they can definitely make it work here. But it's that synergy, right? If they've been scrimming a lot, playing with a sub is going to feel a little weird, especially on game day. So I don't know. It can be an up or it can be down depending on how you see it, player versus player. But on paper, sure, maybe one is better than the other, but the synergy is what's really important here, so it might throw them off a little bit and might put Cryptonovae in a little bit worse of a spot here, but we'll see.
Yeah, and just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the first ever esports tournament brought to you by DeversiFi, featuring a $40,000 prize pool with some of the most exciting projects in the crypto space. And during the interview, we went over the projects. You see Matthew was interviewed by Euclid there. And, you know, just like that, every day that we have stream, we're gonna have those awesome talks, and just followed by League of Legends action, right? And half the prize pool is going to be given away to you, the viewer, if you guess who will win in our weekly series. Each week, excuse me, at the end of DeFi Legends, we're gonna be giving it away $17.50. All you have to do is retweet, like, as I mentioned, and then guess who you think is gonna win in the comment section. If I was guessing, if I had time to guess yesterday, I would definitely guess that this might be Cryptonovae favored, but it's still up in the air, right? Sushiswap were, in their defense, playing into DeversiFi last week. So it's like, okay, you know, if you're playing into DeversiFi, you're not going to look that great, right? Because DeversiFi right now is shining and under the spotlight. So let's see what they got ready for us. It might be a close one. It might be a close one. And especially now we got, I believe, not a sub and their actual player here in just a little bit. They're coming and going. But with that said, we're going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder that we'll be right back whenever the games are ready, and then we're going to start right into the client, into the draft, and into the game. I know you guys all have been waiting for this, so sorry for the wait. We'll be right back as soon as we can.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Rising with each beat of the music is bringing little flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart, souls full, I'm devoted myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just listening. We're existing. We stay when the music plays loud. Drop below and the people sway.
Hey, we're good. We're good now. We're in it. So, worth the wait, I guess, right? They, at the end of the day, do get their player, what they wanted. And he was a bit late, but it's all good. Over here in DeversiFi, DeFi Legends, we believe in second chances, you know. We're not going to put you out or sub you. And we might have subbed him in, but I believe that would have kind of been not fair for the predictions as well, right? Because that's Cryptonovae. People who predicted wanted to see them win, want to see their roster win. So with that said, rounds of ban already to start. The Talon ban is interesting one, to say the least. And that is going to be the Yasuo ban, targeting the mid laner here last week that we saw that was nicely executed. Moodle is trash. So he's not going to have his extra damage dealing Yasuo this time around.
Definitely here, but I mean, I guess it's just a respect ban. But the Zeri also taken off the table, and I think Zeri still one of the strongest ADCs in the game. She is going to be nerfed in the next micro patch, which is I think next week, if I'm not mistaken. So that is going to be coming through very shortly. But a lot of mid lane bans coming through on both sides there. The Yasuo for Sushiswap and the Talon and the Fizz banned away on the side of Cryptonovae. So getting rid of those two mid laners. Talon could also be a flex in the jungle, but the Vayne also taken off, so they really want to not give over some priority AD carries, priority mid laners, but the Karma being hovered here.
Yeah, a lot of stuff being hovered here, and I mean, the first one is being hovered is this Karma, right? And this B1 pick Karma is definitely interesting, something to look out for. It provides you so much disengage and also engage and kind of appeal. You could also flex it in one of the solo lanes here, but it's going to be the Nami. This is assuming the bot lane Nami. There's no way this is going to be anywhere else. So what they end up doing, they banned the Zeri and Trundle over the Singed and something else. So the Singed is going to pass through. It's already first picked by you Worst Champ, so it's going to be really, really interesting. Machiavellian on picking the Rakan. I believe they were playing this last week as well. So this time around, it's not going to have the Yasuo for the interaction. We'll see what they end up topping things off with.
I still value the Rakan. I think he's a really solid support. Not great in lane, mind you. He is not strong there. Oh, so this is like a hyper enchanter comp. So 2 enchanters, both of them really strong early, and they scale decently well. Karma provides the shields, Nami provides the heals, and Nami provides the damage buff, while Karma does a lot of damage on her own. The Cho'Gath, though, just a big front line, really solid, hard to deal with. Always got to be worried about that.
Also, you know what else you got to be worried about? That is going to be that Karma going through at the end of the day, having that solo lane Karma. So they're going to go double support this time around. So I'm assuming they're going to need a jungler who does DPS. But one of them is already taken away. It's this Graves on the side of Cryptonovae. So this time around, it leaves not a lot of choices for that DPS jungle. Yes, Kindred is online, is still available. I feel like it would be really, really good for Sushiswap to pick that one up, just because it kind of like rounds out their comp a little bit better. They have 2 enchanters on their team. One of them is also a healer, so could be really, really good to get that Kindred as well as another ADC to do a lot of that damage.
And, Kindred, like you said, does do a lot of damage, but this Graves here is not going to be flexed because they've already locked in the Singed. So that's not going to be on the table. But again, still a lot of AD carries banned away. Xayah going to be next on the chopping block. Lucian also taken off the table here. So they really don't want to be giving knees or...
Lucian and Nami lane. It's going to be pain.
It is a very strong lane. It does a lot of damage early. It will chunk you to 25% HP in a level 1 trade.
Yeah. No, you don't want that. What you want is the opposite. You want to 25%, do damage on your enemy, not to be on the receiving end of that. And Nami here will actually set up quite the fights as well with the tidal wave. So I'm assuming if they have anybody to follow up with that, any ADC could be fine here. The Xayah would be something that you want to take away from the Rakan here, something to note as well, right? Because there's that Rakan. Not a lot of people will be aware, oh, the Xayah going to be available, but it's already off the table. You said it was on the chopping block, so the Draven as well. So that's going to be our last 2 bans. So they actually are targeting the ADCs. Feels bad, because we're in the client and they're like, okay, we know what you guys are going to pick now. It's going to be the ADC, so what we're going to do is just go ahead and ban it.
Yeah, I might as well just get it off the table there. Get rid of some of those combos that can be a little rough to deal with. So definitely respect it. I think you have to be very careful with a lot of these ADCs, but the Jinx is going to be locked in still. Very high prio, has not been nerfed just yet. What will be the response?
Yeah, everybody seems to get a nerf this patch. Master Yi, no longer viable in solo queue. Gwen got her damage decreased to monsters, and I feel like her win rate just plummeted by a whole margin here in Platinum and above. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. In terms of the meta picks, I think Kai'Sa, you can never go wrong with Kai'Sa in a 5v5 scenario, as well as a Xin Zhao. If this is actually going to be the Xin Zhao, we're going to see yet another Lee Sin game.
I really do like the Lee Sin. I think it's really fun to watch, and very skill expressive here. Oh, it's going to be the Viego, and a very strong champion too. Not as skill expressive as the Lee Sin, but you have to take your fights properly. You have to recognize where your damage is, and your team also has to play around the pick. But it's going to be the Xin Zhao. Very simple to pilot. You know, just go in, gank, get those knockups rolling. But you do lose to the Graves, so that jungle matchup is definitely in favor of Cryptonovae, so something to be worried about, but it's going to be the other Wind Brother locked in here.
Oh man, this is gonna looking like a Graves jungle here, and I want to see the Yone here. Please pick the Yone. The Veigar actually is also a better option than the Yone because they already have so much AD. They need a little bit of AP. So
little bit of AP.
Yeah, a little bit of AP is a lot of AP from Veigar, right? Too, because that late scale monster, he's just gonna be stacking that AP with the Q, and it's gonna help him out. Helping out a lot in the late game, especially for the team to be able to burst down this Cho'Gath, to be able to get through the Xin Zhao. And Xin Zhao is going to be that frontliner, secondary frontliner after Cho'Gath, right? So Veigar has that zoning ability, the Event Horizon, Machiavellian for that engage. Eowar's champion, flipping him like burgers here. Doing the burger flip is going to be interesting to see. Last week he was having a lot of fun, and that's what we want here. DeversiFi brought to you this tournament to have fun. It's very casual, also kind of competitive, but at the end of the day, if you're not enjoying it as a player, then you know we're not doing the goal right. Especially the community, it should be really interesting to see what you guys also think about the games, what you guys also see in these players. If you guys do actually think Cryptonovae is going to win this one, then you're going to be happy that they got a lot of great picks off Salt to start things off in our discussion of win cons and such.
Definitely a lot of fun picks to talk about, but overall, pretty solid composition drafted all around here. They have a solid backline on the side of Cryptonovae with the Jinx Veigar. They scale really well. They have the Singe to help them look for picks along with the Rakan, so they have great engage, and they also have the Graves to just farm up. But realistically, though, there is not that much gank pressure unless it's going to be the Singed roaming around the map. The Graves is not a solid ganker. He's really good at invading, dueling, grabbing camps that way. So that's what they're going to have to focus on, try and get lane prio, but you don't really want to be pushing up the wave if you're a Veigar, if you're a Jinx, because you're really susceptible to getting ganked. You're both immobile carries, and Xin Zhao can easily get on there.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of cheesy plays, you know, what we might expect here level 1, is there going to be any shenanigans, or we're going to have Machiavellian start with the W and then go invade the enemy jungle and then knock them up, maybe, something like that.
Potentially.
But that's unlikely, right?
It's very unlikely, because Sinch would have to start the E. You would have to start the burger flip, which feels really bad for trying to get your prio early as that Singed. I don't think that's the greatest idea there. But potentially, they could look to abuse their range advantage. They do have a Jinx level 1, so it's really strong range there. Definitely at range, but I just think it's really hard to walk through a Karma Nami. So I don't expect invades. I expect a counter invade stance potentially coming through, because invade potential is on the side of Cryptonovae, but counter invade or invade denial is on the side of Sushiswap.
Yeah. Well, you know what they could do, though? Like, the cheesy play that they could try to do, and I feel like all you guys should try it in your games. Tip from your boy Proof here. Just type in all chat, press F to dance, and see who flashes. See who flashes. Dude.
F or D. F or D.
F or D. You can do F or D. For me, it was last week I was loaded up and I was just playing like norms, and some guy or some person on the other side in all chat was like, yeah, press F to dance, and a Yasuo. And I out of all the champions in my team, flashed in the mid lane. I already was like, okay, GG's FFs, you know, what? It's like, of course they would fall for that. So if my assumption is right, then the Veigar, who is a Yasuo player, might fall for that trick. So maybe use it next time. 200 IQ play. 200 IQ play right there.
Little bit of a 200 IQ play. I mean, it could work, but I expect some of these players have had that happen to them a couple times, you know, a little scary. So, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely guilty of accidentally burning my flash. I fat fingered my flash a few times. It happens. Don't be too worried if that's happened to you. But it is what it is.
Worry a little bit. Worry a little bit because you're not gonna have it for the first couple of minutes. But yeah, with that said, we're gonna jump right into the second game, ladies and gentlemen. I would like this opportunity to thank all of you for your patience. Finally, we get the show on the road, so we're gonna get rolling in here in just a second. We'll be right back with the second game of week 2.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up.
Hey everybody, welcome. We started early. It feels like we started early, but essentially it was a little bit dragged on, but it's all good now that we are on Summoner's Rift. You know, there's a lot of stuff to look out for here. This game, I think, is something to look out. If you are in Group A and you want to see how the teams are going to fare in the longevity of the split, to be honest with you, I would say that last week with Sushiswap losing against DeversiFi, I would say it's not like signaling that they're going to be losing again. I feel like they had really great performers on their side, at least in that game. And in this game, we'll see if they are able to take a dub over on Cryptonovae. Cryptonovae also play really good when they're playing their comfort picks, so I'm still scared from that cinch. You know, looking at it really scares me too. EU worst champ playing his best champ, essentially.
Yep. Definitely really like to see that Sage. It's really fun. It's a fun pick. Exhaust and Ghost, so it's so hard to run away, especially when none of your champs really have dashes, except for the Kaisa with her R and the Zinza with that E. So very immobile, so really easy to make picks with, especially with Ghost Exhaust.
Yeah, and Matthew, who was, during the interview you guys saw, the beginning of the stream, was saying he's a bit nervous watching his team play. You know, he wants them to win, essentially. So I want to see good performance here from both sides. I want to see that we're going to get this Jinx fed maybe, and the Kaisa. I always want to see the ADCs doing damage in team fights, because then it will be no fun if one is doing damage and the other one is not. So this laning phase, having this Rakan might be a weak point, but that's a 1 level down. Machiavellian goes down. That's a first blood, as I do say it. It's instant traded by AF Knaze. And AF Knaze actually happy with that one. He gets the kill and the flash. So we're chilling.
Great plays coming in. Sure, first blood goes over to the Nami, but the fact that the Jinx got the first blood or got the kill, ooh, solo bolo on the top side.
As I do say that, you don't have to be nervous, Matthew. If Cryptonovae are gonna be playing like this, so far so good. They get a kill through the Singed here. So and the Jinx has one as well. So one for each lane, at least from top and bot. Mid lane still yet to have any horse in the race.
That's fine. Honestly, it's a Vigar. You don't really expect it to do all that much at lane. At the same time, you don't really expect Rakan Jinx to do anything in lane either. They don't really, like, Rakan, again, not the greatest laner, and Jinx also not the greatest laner.
Not the greatest, yep. But
yeah,
she does a lot of
going up
damage
against
late game too, so you gotta watch
very
out
much
for that
so,
one.
yes.
Hyper carry.
You never want her getting fed. And the thing with Jinx, though, is global ultimate means she's actually able to pick up kills when she's not supposed to, when she's behind. So that's why, even if you're behind on the Jinx, it's not completely doomed. It's never doomed. You can always find a way to pick up those kills with that execution damage on the rocket. But, oh, Cage looking for a mid lane fight.
Oh, this is actually a great setup. Modal is trash now on the roam with the help of Event Horizon. They're going to set up for that gank in the mid lane. In the meantime, bot lane, action happening. Air's going to get thick again here. Machiavellian this time around is going to go down as well. Deja vu for him, but Jinx, just like last time, gets to trade aggressive. Jinx will go down eventually, and that's the double in Resurgence for Matthias Fanboy here on the side of Sushiswap. So we are looking at a close game, Salt.
Good ganks overall, but they didn't even burn a summoner from Luffy in the mid lane. So that's just a big win coming in for Sushiswap, but might be another solo bolo on the top side.
EU Worst Champ versus the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath gets flipped back and damage is pouring on in. That's the solo kill. Second time around, EU Worst Champion. Showing us why you need to ban his Singed.
Yep, just the burger flips coming all around. EU Worst Champ is popping off here on the Singed every game. So, I mean, you might want to think about this. You might want to ban it away coming up. I mean, you just got to do respect bans, right?
You might want to ban it in your solo queue too, because you're just like, you don't want to run into that anymore after this game.
Yeah, it's a little rough, but oh, look at the proxy farm too.
I don't know if it's going to be successful, though, but he's 2 levels ahead of Cho'Gath, so why not? But still, you don't want to be in kill range there. The Cho'Gath to finish you off. It does have the knock up there as well. Both summoners are down for EU Worst Champ. A couple of summoners down as well for the bot lane.
Wait, Nami's
here.
level 2.
Yeah.
Dragon gonna be started up here though. Very, very solid. It is the bot pro that's gonna let them grab this. Is Jinx can be getting gauged on though.
Great knock up there by Rakan. Forces out the flash from this Xin Zhao. And Xin Zhao's gonna get rooted up. Jinx is finding a lot of that damage. Heals comes through from Nami, but it's not enough. She goes down and bites the bullet there. And yep, another kill. Jinx scoops that one right up, putting her at 4-1 scoreline right now, looking unstoppable.
Great chompers coming in from the Jinx. They were just stopping that Nami, rooting her in place, and just allows her to get the kill, get that reset, and just chase the Xin Zhao down. He has no cooldowns. He has no way back into this fight, but they are going to be able to grab this dragon as well. So great setup using that bot prio to look for picks and look for the dragon as well. So they are going to be able to grab this one up. Moodle getting that one, and they are looking really, really solid here. Vigar also not having the worst time in lane. Might be looking for a solo bolo.
Oh, could he find the solo bolo here? Here it comes. The burger flip right over there. Lewis is going to get exhausted, has to flash away, but she can't get away from Primordial Burst. Well, that finds the kill, but 1 for 1 under mid lane turret. Nicely
You take
done
that.
there. We take those for the Karma. Finding an absolute outplay there, in my opinion. Did the best as she could. And a little overstepping there from EU Worst Champ.
You take that, though, if you are on the side of Cryptonovae. Sure, it's a 1 for 1, but a kill on Vigar is a lot more valuable than a kill on Karma, and she loses that entire wave or has to blow the TP, which she is going to do. So she still loses a majority of that wave, but that's 2 summoners blown for nothing. So great plays coming in. I mean, even if the Singe does die, that's fine. He's not meant to be getting kills. He's just meant to be running around, burger flipping, coin flipping the game every second of the match. So, I mean, getting a 1 for 1 and wave shove is great, but look, he might be looking for another flip.
Yeah, this time around he does have his ulti already burning that one earlier as well. So we'll see what he's able to do here on the 1v1. And Cho'Gath is not having the best time. Trying to get away from the poison. Trying to get away, but really, he's after you. He's taking down names. EU Worst Champ, yet another solo kill. And he's just dominating the top lane so far. So, you know, we're going to have to see if Cho'Gath finds a way back in. And this is just deja vu. Are we watching the same rerun of the episode that we just saw? This was like literally what happened.
No flash.
No flash karma this time around, so no outplay there. And that's the flip. Oof. Yep, feels bad. Meantime, though, we got bot lane fight breaking out. Blue side are looking strong. Sushiswap do find a couple of kills here despite losing their mid laner.
They are able to grab those up, though. Feels pretty solid. The Xin Zhao was forced to burn the flash, but you take that for the double kill. Kai'Sa gets both of those as well. She is snowballing, but she is also going the crit build.
Yep. She's going to that crit build. Noon Quiver already completed there for both ADCs. And Xin Zhao, his computer is on fire right now.
Oh, no.
Got 2 assists. Nicely done. And I think both the ADCs are pretty much in the game. It just depends on how they translated their leads, how they translated into the mid game going forward.
Top side looking for the fight again.
That's you know, at this point in time, I think Cho'Gath should just hug the turret. You know,
Yeah.
Like, he had his fun. He had his fun. It's over.
Yeah.
Shouldn't expect anything.
I don't know how I feel about the steel caps, but I mean, this Singed is just running around the map. He's making things happen. Not gonna look for another burger flip, but I mean, I really like the fact that they're punishing this flashless karma, so that every time the Singed can get wave push, he's going to look for this mid laner, going to look for this jungler, just team up with his team, look for the plays, and make it work that way. And this Graves look has a huge farm lead, pathing very, very efficiently, and we know where the intention is. The intention is on this Vigar. They're trying to get him fed, and Singe is already popping off too, and they're just trying to extrapolate that lane, push it to where it needs to be, and eventually it will start moving down towards this bot lane. Sure, they're behind 500 gold now, but it's a Jinx. She outranges, she outscales, so it's fine for her to be slightly behind her. She has 4 kills already. She's down a little bit of CS and plates, but I mean, it's a Jinx. You always gotta respect it, although component advantage is in favor of Matthias Fanboy.
And let's see if this bot lane from side of Cryptonovae is going to have any agency here. They did get the prio there to secure the Drake early on, and now this time around, this type of lane that they want to be out of the lane mostly because they have the Rakan. He excels in those team fights and those skirmishes rather than laning phase slow trades, right? Do not favor the Rakan. So, yes, they are getting the priority here time and time again. They just need to keep up that pressure. Speaking of keeping up that pressure, Moodle is trashes here. Now they're going to dive right in. 3-4 men dive here. The Frigger flip is here. Fanboy will go down. Collateral damage will not be able to pick up the kill there, but the Singe picks it up. Here comes Xin Zhao. Pops the ult to stay alive. He's going to get collapsed on. Thankfully, he doesn't get jumped on by the Rakan, so he gets to live. Only 1 down from side of Sushiswap. But that was a 4-man dive, and Cho'Gath is AFK farming in the meantime on an island.
I mean, that's the most he can do right now. He can't really TP down. He's going to die as well. He only has to play the steel caps. Very susceptible to death. And they're going to get this first tower here with Shelly. Look to maybe get a second charge there onto the tier number 2. Get some gold back there. If they can get that second tower, that's 650 gold. That is such a big gold influx. And dragon spawning very soon as well. 20 seconds, they're going to get the second charge.
Let's see. Oh, the second charge there.
That hurts.
That hurts. Oh, there it is. Your War Champ, this is their opportunity here for Sushiswap to pick up a kill. No. And they do. The shutdown goes on Nami. No, not ideal here. Oh, man.
No, that is really unfortunate there. If it goes on the Kai'Sa, that's going to feel really, really solid, though. Unfortunately, it does go over to the Nami, but I mean, at least you get the shutdown, but EU Worst Champ caught in the shop, you know, trying to do some window shopping, but got yoinked right out the door, taken down there, but they're going for the steal.
Phenomenal steal here coming out from Xin Zhao, putting in work. But he has to pay a hefty price for that. Just goes down.
Jinx is able to get that kill there, and that feels really good. 5-2-1 on the scoreline, down 20 farm, but you know, you also did get that first tower, you got a lot of plates, and now you are ahead just slightly, but I mean, you're a Jinx. You take that. Being barely ahead at 12 minutes, hey, that's worth. You're Jinx. You scale really, really well. You have the range advantage permanently for the rest of the game now. And how are they going to be able to answer you? unless they can find a nice flash engage, and it is very easy to flash engage now
Well-
because they don't have the Gale Force.
To be fair, though, Salt, like, Jinx is not with the Thresh right now to be able to peel
That
it,
is
right?
true.
So it's going to be
It
a
has a
problem.
Rakan, though.
Rakan also always wants to be engaging. Yes, he could be that Warden support and trying to hang out. But that's a great
Beautiful
route.
chompers.
Opens up possibility for a mid lane pick. And now EU War Champion going to double down on this engage. Goes all the way in the back line, but has to pay another hefty price with his life. And he's been dying a couple of times now, as much as Cho'Gath has been.
I mean, but look at it, the kill participation. That's 8 out of 13. That's a lot. He's been putting in the work this game. So even though he's died a lot, he's been moving around the map, making things happen, and still has a slight CS advantage. And it's these map movements that I really like seeing out of these top two teams that we're seeing so far. You know, Cryptonovae, great rotations, but they might be looking to catch out the Jinx.
The Jinx has to be careful. Gets jumped on by Wind Becomes Lighting. Here comes the Zin's out. Maybe finding the shot down here, but ooh, that is beautiful right there. Right on target. A headshot and a half, but with a sword.
Little poke with the javelin there, and does quite a little bit of damage there.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. You know, having a little bit of extra mobility as that AD feels pretty solid with the Gale Force. But you know what mobility is added? Predator on the Singed and on that Veigar. So that they're just running around the map, just looking for plays, doing so much damage. So looking really solid. And there's going to be a Rift Herald spawning up here in just a little bit. They can try and move up their vision line, push that forward on the top side here, dragging up a little bit later. So I really do want to see some wards placed up towards this top side by both teams so they can get some vision. Rakan, though, hovering towards this mid lane.
Yeah, we're talking a little bit about the bot lane having that question that you asked, Salt. Who will be able to deal with AF Nays here, right, on the Jinx? So my answer to that is actually, you know, she doesn't have like a peel support, and everybody on her side either wants to fight or they want to be in the back line, right? So EU Worst Champion, he's just going to be running around, zooming around the map. And then you got Machiavellian. He wants to be that engaged. The team needs him to be on the Rakan. So who's left to protect them, really? Moodle is trash, is squishy. And speaking of that, running and gunning, here comes the Singed. But under the turret, he'll get knocked up. That's a great kiting from the Nami. Goes to show you what you should not do into the Nami. Right under the turret, mind you.
I mean, hey, you're Sids. You're just going to look for those plays, so I respect it, even though it didn't turn out in his favor. You know, that's what you're doing on the Sids. You pop the Predator, you pop the Ghost, you're just going to run it and try and flip whoever you find. So that's what I said. You know, just burger flipping the game at every given opportunity. Oh, nice. They are going to land some poke over the wall there, chunk them out. Rift Herald is alive, but they do not have the Rakan.
Look at the Kaisa doing so much damage already. Goes Killer Instinct to the back line. The silent killer now in the spotlight will go down instantly. Traded Moodle is trash. The first kill in the game. Here comes Xin Zhao. Now we're going to find a jump onto this Jinx. Now maybe they can zone them out. Veigar, he's with the Event Horizon. Gets knocked up though. Not looking that healthy. Will flash over the wall with Everfrost. He's looking good. Gets knocked up by the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath does have the feast, but he's not in range to get the kill. He goes in, but he's deleted by the Veigar. This is absolutely insane. And a dynamite performance here coming out from Moodle is trash with a double kill into Jinx with him the back line. And that Megadeth Jinx rocket does not find the kill at the end of the day. That was a very good play on both sides. But at the end of the day, again, Cryptonovae come out on top.
They do, and even though the Singe died super early, he is back for the end of the fight. He ran it down mid, got some good burger flips, peeling up that Jinx, and they're looking to grab this Baron up as well, get that rolling for themselves. Or not Baron, sorry, Rift Herald. It's
Dude, yeah, Veigar was popping off there, and the Cho'Gath tried to get that kill. He was just trying to get that kill, burning the flash. Shas was like, okay, I'm going to flash as well. You're not going to catch me. And Veigar, you know, is pretty fast for you know,
little
mage.
Predator, yeah, very
pretty
fast. And also, as the teleport can look to defend this mid wave, but the Rakan might look to just get a little flankier before this dragon. They can defend this tower if they commit, but they are just going to give it and look for this dragon. Prio, get some wards going, and grab this one up for themselves real quick. It is a Cloud Drake, though, so not super high value, but, I mean, hey, just getting that Soul Force into Elder early, that's never a bad idea.
Here we go. This is going to be a moment of truth here. Are they able to contest the second? Oh, they go with the blast cone. Tidal wave comes up. The knockup is good. Mulu stress under a lot of fire, but so is Zinzao. He's gonna get instantly deleted there, charmed by the Rakan quickness. Rakan putting a lot of work in this team fight as well as shots on the Vega with the 5th kill. Are you kidding me? This guy's unstoppable. Sensational performance so far, and sensational lead they have 20-11. Cryptonovae do not look to be losing any pace in this game.
Jaws is having a great time. They are popping off on this Veigar, just being able to move to fights with the Predator. It's the roaming, it's the movement. Map movement is key. And now I just want to see this vision line pushed up towards wherever they can, really. They have free reign of the entire enemy jungle. They're grabbing that tier 2, and they could potentially grab this tier 1 very shortly up in the top side. So they're going to get Shirley's second charge off. Maybe they can take this inhib tower.
Yeah, maybe they could get this inhib tower. Oh, they were so close. The slow's coming through. The clearance is over the back line. This could be the engage they were looking at, but the bigger flip is there for EU Worst Champ. He's just going to do that and walk away. Please throw out a taunt as well. Top things out. That would be cool. Oh, there it is. That's the mastery. as if they heard me.
There it is. Burger Flipper Extraordinaire. EU Worst Champ having a great time here in this top lane. And now the Graves are going to be taking up the split push role. He's really good with farm. He likes having that. The Singed now is going to essentially be that second support, just running around, trying to burger flip, trying to look for picks here. Now, I feel like it's mostly been EU Worst Champ who's this primary engage who just looks for the picks, and the Rakan is secondary. But they are going to give up their mid-tier 2 tower, though. Do they have the wave clear? They do have a... Ooh.
Look at Moodle. He's going in, but I think he's just there to put up a fake facade, like, please get off my turret.
Yeah,
I'm
get
being
out of
nice.
there.
Get out of there. Yeah, just chasing off intruders, trespassers. But you know, that's just gonna be the slow transition that we're seeing, right? No objectives on the map just yet. 1 minute till the Baron spawns, so this is an opportunity for Singe to go and get some side lane gold, get some side lane pressure on for Cryptonovae, as they are looking to be holding their own 4-man mid lane. They could do that because they have the Event Horizon, because they have Rakan for the engage and disengage. Really, his quickness could be used in that way as well.
And the quickness, just a really great spell here. They're going to try and give this, potentially, I don't know who they're going to give the blue buff to. Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it? Zinzao's taking it. All right.
I mean,
it's
not
okay.
ideal,
It's all right.
but
Not ideal.
Karma should have had that.
Yeah,
Karma needs to
Moodle.
spam her abilities.
Yeah, no one is giving up blue buffs, I guess. Those belong to the jungle.
No, I think Zinzao was like, I will go AFK if I don't get this. So it's the same thing as saying please. It was just like, I will literally go AFK, and then Karma was like, okay, go get it.
BM, they're 5-manning.
This could be dangerous, but Tidal Wave does not connect. The slows are there, but when it becomes lighting, the third aggro is on him right now. He's going to get rooted up and sent back to the fountain. That's the big adios for the big champ in top lane. He was worst champ. You know, feels bad. He had a great start, but he's been dying a lot recently, Salt.
Died a little bit, but hey, that's just the Singe Games plan. But they are going to grab up this mid inhib at 20 minutes, a little early, but the wave clear on the side of Sushiswap is just not that great. So, I mean, it's fine to take it here, and they're just going to look to try and push this lead as fast as possible here. They are already really strong. Their carries are fed. They can try and end this game whenever they come up, but Mike might be caught.
Mike will get probably caught here. Yeah, the knockup is good. Third attack on the Q. Charges in, channels in. Kaisa picks up the kill. 7th one for her in the game. Whip comes along, does not connect. Event Horizon is available for this Veigar to zone them out if they are going to go into this Killer Instincts. Kaisa, is she baiting in here? I don't know. Maybe they're playing the long game. But they are spotted on the ward, so I don't think on the side of Cryptonovae they want any of this smoke. They are a man down. Actually, 2-man down, because Singe is not even here at this point in time. As Rakan just got respawned. So they're just in for the Drake at this point. Cryptonovae are looking for that soul point, and Sushiswap, they want to take away that soul point from Cryptonovae.
Denying the soul point is going to be really important. It buys them 5 more minutes, and both teams' win con is going to be that soul. So if they can grab that, it's going to feel really solid. A lot of their ultimates are really important. The Veigar ultimate just does so much damage. Having the move speed burst on the quickness is huge as well. Graves likes to kite using that collateral damage. And the Singed, more move speed when he uses that Insanity Potion. You take those any day of the week. But Karma has that high value there, but they might be looking to catch out EU Worst Champ again, pushing up a little far. No Ghost either.
Yeah, the Ghost is going to be down, but he does have his ulti for that moment speed.
He does have the ulti, but
Yeah.
Dragon up in 2 seconds, and they committed so
is
far.
it.
They don't have the time. They bursted too fast.
Yeah, Singe is on a huge flank here, decides to collapse on them. That's already the burst coming through. The Drake secured, so point secure. Now tidal wave for the engage. They don't know that the Singe is on a long flank. That's a huge knockup from this Rakan on the front line. And look what's happening to Cho'Gath. The tankiest member goes down first. And oh my goodness, there it is, the double kill. The Rocket Slinger making that the rocket all the way from downtown to connect that. Miles fanboy will go down as well. That's the Quadra from AF Nace.
Oh, no
giving
Penta.
the Penta. But yeah, no more people left alive. no more.
They're all dead.
They're all dead. No
It's-
more. I thought it was going to get the Penta there, but the kill, I think, was stolen from Shas.
I think it was
no?
stolen earlier in the fight.
Yeah, one of
So it
them
wasn't
got
really
it.
a steal because it wasn't last kill.
Yeah. But a Quadra. We almost got a Penta, ladies and gentlemen.
Almost a
It was a
Penta.
great opportunity
Almost
to
a
get a
Penta.
Penta, and this is going to be GG right now. Cryptonovae, awesome performance, phenomenal steals here on the fights coming out, and being consistent back-to-back weeks.
And bringing, waiting for knees is definitely the play. Looking really solid here on that Jinx. So overall, just good stuff coming through. They definitely had their game plan, played through it, and a couple of blunders. Definitely not as clean as DeversiFi, but they definitely are looking like contenders for that number 2 seed.
Yeah, I think it's in Group A, it's going to be between DeversiFi for sure and Cryptonovae. And for Matthew, who was nervous earlier for his team, and he said, I feel like a kid watching my favorite football team, you know, nervous. But yay, it's paying up. Cryptonovae are on a roll. They're on a rampage. And that Quadra kill just goes to show how bot lane dominant that game was for them, at least. So great performance all around. And it's been exciting to watch. Going back and forth here, we've been seeing a lot of Jinx, right? We've been seeing a lot of comfort picks. So what are we going to expect tomorrow? Are we going to see the same champions picked? Are we going to see the same comfort picks? We did see Lulu from Flaccid yesterday. He was, or not yesterday, last week. So are we going to see same type of champs, or we're going to have teams now putting in paper and pad? They go to the lab, they draft themselves some new champions, some new comps, maybe throw the wrench in the other team's plans to take away the win.
I mean, we see a little bit of both here, especially today. Again, we saw the experimentation with the Singe. Sure, was picked last time, but that's still an off-meta pick. It's not standard, but we also did see some standard picks like the Veigar, like the Jinx being picked up here. Xin Zhao also there in the works too, but the attempt there with the Enchanter mid unfortunately did not pan out. It is really strong though, but into champs that just free scale, I don't really think that's the play, but it was first picked though, so it's unfortunate that they weren't able to get a good counter for this Veigar. Nothing to punish it. And, I mean, overall, though, just good luck from Cryptonovae. They looked really solid here. And, I mean,
Honestly,
I'm expecting them to look good.
Honestly, if you haven't like guessed the teams, if you are watching this and you know you kind of feel like you know who's gonna win. Obviously, for me yesterday, I wanted to go ahead and vote, but I just didn't have the time. I should have in the morning. But yo, like if you have a hunch that tells you, yo, Cryptonovae is gonna win, DeversiFi is gonna win. Honestly, I'm not gonna be wrong to say it, but it felt like they both were the favorites, and the favorites did win at the end of the day. So it's like easy raffle right there, for example. So please don't miss up on that opportunity for tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you're following DeversiFi on Twitter. Make sure you smash that follow button right now for DeversiFi Gaming Twitch channel, as well as we're going to be live tomorrow. And at the same time, bringing you some more content, bringing you some more League of Legends. It's going to be day 2. Usually in day 2, things get spicy. Things get spicy because week 1, we saw that happening from day 1, day 2. People are having more time to practice. Just simply as that, right? So we'll see what teams have in store for us. With that said, Salt, you got any closing statements going into it?
This is a fun series. But right now, I want to see scrims. I would love to see how scrims are going for both sides. A little bit of information, insider info would be great. So give me some of that, guys. I want to know. I want to know what's the happenings for for all the teams here. Group A, Group B, doesn't matter. I want a little bit of info. So you know, we'll see.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be Polygon versus Entropify and Ampliforce versus Pocket Network. So we're going to have those back-to-back games. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, please take care of yourselves. Please take care of each other and keep always the sunny side up. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, bringing you some more League of Legends content. It has been my honor and pleasure here. And thanks again for DeversiFi for putting this all together. Obviously, it's been so fun, and I'm eager to see the games tomorrow. It's been electrifying so far, back-to-back weeks. It's been phenomenal to see you guys out there as well. So thank you once again. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care. Peace out.